Since Gauntlet scenarios have been a trend as of recently, and with Gojo vs Makima as well as JJK vs Chainsaw Man in a whole being popularized and discussed, what better video than to collide all of these ideas into one, featuring Gojo vs part 1 of the Chainsaw Man Gauntlet. In order to do this properly, we're going to play some arc by arc, starting with the Eternity Devil arc, because I don't think anyone believes he's going to struggle with the Bat Devil. And this should be a good start considering the position he's going to be placed in. This should also make it more enjoyable and interesting, putting him in each arc, forcing him to adapt and battle within the story rather than just setting him up for a 1v1. With all that being said, let's see how far the strongest goes.
Now that the rules have been discussed, we can begin our skill for Gojo. Starting with AP, we can place Gojo above every calc and feat in the series, given the fact that he's stated to be the strongest sorcerer of today. This includes lower calcs such as Mekamaru's Cannon capped at city block level, and Ryu's Granite Blast capped at small town level, to higher calcs like Gojo himself creating Earthquake capped at large town level. Moving up from this, we can place Gojo above Jogo as well as the Sukunev fought Jogo. During this fight, Jogo was able to create a meteor that was capable of small to city levels of potency. Sukune having his own feat with his fire arrow calced at small city. Also in chapter 200 it's mentioned Gojo is able to power an entire nation. This feat can get to anywhere between city block to island level. This is because it's actually not stated how long he's able to do this. It's more likely than not, however, he's able to power an entire nation at the minimum of 3 to 6 months. The reason for that being the fact that it wouldn't make sense for them to mention this in the first place if he's only able to power an entire nation for 1 second. It just wouldn't be necessary. I'm well aware there's ways to get him higher, but he really doesn't need excessive lines of scaling unless he's fighting massively stronger opponents. As for this, meaning Gojo's AP is between city to island level. Moving to speed, once again it's mentioned Gojo is the fastest sorcerer. This involving the multiple bullet dodging feats, as well as the feat in which Yuji is able to dodge and avoid Choso's piercing blood, which travels at the speed of sound. Maki being able to surpass Mach 3 speeds, and Hikari being able to slightly react and avoid Kashima's lightning at massively hypersonic. Gojo being above all of this and even fighting Sukuna, whose massively weakened form was able to dodge an attack from Kashima, making Gojo massively hypersonic plus with sub-rail reactions. As for abilities, it's pretty clear cut and I'm sure everyone and their grandma knows all these, but it's still crucial to present them in at least a simple form. His technique, Limitless, allows him to control the area around him. Using this, Gojo is able to infinitely divide the space between him and any attack, hence the name. There's very few ways to bypass this, however. Hence things such as hacks and abilities that bypass his Limitless, great endurance and durability, as we know his Limitless turns off shortly after his domain, and finally, if you possess an attack that Gojo cannot perceive. There's also his blue technique that attracts, and his red technique that repels. Red being stronger than blue, it can also act as a blast. Combining the two, he's able to activate purple, an imaginary mass that decimates anything on atomic level, similar to his this inspiration. Using his hit size, he's able to enhance his precision and analysis of abilities. They also augment Gojo with near endless stamina / cursed energy. Onto his domain expansion, Unlimited Void, granting him an unavoidable attack when landed, filling the opponent with endless info, overloading the brain. Black Flash, which amplifies attacks. Lastly, using RCT, Gojo is able to reverse damage taken mid-battle.
So to start, we're going to place Gojo in the hotel where the Eternity Devil rests. In the manga, the main goal was to kill the Eternity Devil to recover pieces of the Gun Devil. But as you know, Gojo can't get out the hotel unless he kills the Eternity Devil. And its goal is to eat Denji's heart. So Gojo needs to protect Denji from the Eternity Devil and Kobeni at all costs. Thankfully, none of this will be a problem at all for Gojo. Like how Denji fought the Eternity Devil, Gojo can just damage it to the point where it just kills itself, which will be way faster than the 3 days it took Denji to do so. So Gojo takes this dub no difficulty and everyone in the hotel is safe.
For the Katana Man Arc, we can place him first onto the train in which Makima was shot and killed by assassins. Gojo having Limitless, blocking the bullets and not being harmed at all, and would quickly disarm the attackers. His next sequence of confrontation is against Katana Man himself. Katana Man at best can to large building level, being able to damage Aki, Denji, and the Frost Devil. Gojo handled this problem pretty much instantly. However, Katana Man is then revived and more composed. It's also worth mentioning that the more fear the devil, the stronger they are. Using this, we could boost Katana Man's power. For the sake of entertainment, considering Gojo's experience with blades in his battle against Toji, and his efforts to protect those around him in every situation, given that Denji is being hunted and targeted. Even while Katana Man is significantly stronger and faster than before, Gojo wouldn't struggle at all, making Himeno's sacrifice unnecessary. Sawatari having access to the Snake, Ghost, and Zombie Devil, scaling her above Katana Man. Summoning the Snake Devil by sacrificing one of her fingernails, she's able to devour opponents for later use. Consumption of a devil augments her with control of Consumed Devil. Her abilities, however, won't save her, as Gojo taking the place of Kobeni for this battle, meaning she won't live beyond this point. Gojo then dismisses the rest of the assassins, not needing any of Makima's help.
Gojo now being placed in the Bomb Girl arc, where he's going to be forced to fight Reze and the Typhoon Devil to save Denji again. Reze is definitely someone who can at least box with Gojo for a while, and with their main ability being explosives, this is gonna give Gojo an extra hard time to keep Denji and the public crowd safe, as anything she touches can explode, and her main goal is capturing Denji, so Gojo needs to save him again. The fight starts off normally, with Denji and Reze fighting. Gojo sees that Denji is getting packed up by Reze, so Gojo intervenes. Gojo's best option for Reze is his domain expansion, Infinite Void. He's going to have to use it for only 0.2 seconds to capture Reze, to keep everyone nearby safe. It'll kill Reze the fastest without her having a way to fight back, so no public damage can be done. The only risk to this is that Gojo's Infinity will be turned off during the domain expansion, which could give an opportunity for the Typhoon Devil to hurt Gojo. But with the scale we gave for Gojo, either he will just tank it without any effort, or Denji could just come in and help, which will most likely lead to Gojo and Denji packing up the Typhoon Devil quickly, as the Typhoon Devil isn't nearly as strong as Reze. Thanks to the 6 eyes, he can most likely see his weak points and just hollow purple his way to the grave, so no one in this arc is going to be hurt and Denji will still be safe.
Now that Denji's existence is discovered by the rest of the world, assassins from all over the globe will be coming after the Chainsaw Man. This being a perfect situation for Gojo, as his objective is to keep Denji as safe as possible. This arc reminds me a lot of the Shibuya incident in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I attempt to mirror them as much as possible. Let the action-packed battles of the International Assassins arc begin. The first sequence of events involves Denji getting hit by a car by Power and Kobani unironically. The next scenario is introducing the Santa Claus Devil, the doll devil in which adds to that of Mahito and Shibuya, in which he transfigures people into curses. This time, however, they become puppets. Even simple contact of your clothing transforms you into a puppet. Fearing that Denji could be harmed by this, and unknowing he's immune due to being a hybrid, they run up the stairs while Gojo deals with the puppets, rushing through the doors. This leading to a mistake, as Quan Chi blitzes her way to them, colliding with their group while Gojo deals with the puppets. Once Gojo hears Kishibe crash through the window and the gunshots, he rushes to them, to discover Denji being held hostage, only being saved by Beam. He would then engage into hand-to-hand combat with Quan Chi. Gojo, handling this, notices she isn't a normal human. Distracted once more, Denji is captured, as in the series by Santa Claus. Gojo is still battling Quan Chi in the mall. They're then all transported to Hell, similar to the present realm in this scenario. All being trapped here, a mutual truce is aligned. Gojo attempts to calm everyone, noticing a black shadow drop from a door above. The Darkness Devil is then revealed, speed blitzing the group with the exception of Gojo, who was narrowly fast enough to avoid. Gojo watches as the group around him is slaughtered. He then engages the Darkness Devil in combat. Gojo would struggle in this battle as he cannot domain expansion due to the people around him, and Blue and Red are just not offering quite enough, as well as the fact that his attacks do not travel, forcing Gojo to use RCT. Just as Gojo is about to unleash Hollow Purple, Makima is summoned, meaning a battle of Gojo and Makima versus Darkness Devil. Makima, considering no possible outcome other than Gojo's domain paired with Purple, spawns them back, with her contract with the Hell Devil. Gojo would indeed lose the battle to the Darkness Devil, as he has no direct weakness. So as far as for Gauntlet rules, he stops here. But in the story he's saved by Makima, so we will continue the run. Then confronted by the Santa Claus Devil, in which Makima and Denji are in no shape to battle, this making Gojo the only one standing. Gojo then activating Hollow Purple to decimate Santa Claus and the surrounding buildings. Normally she heals in the blink of an eye in the dark, but with Hollow Purple both emitting light and erasing on an atomic level, she wouldn't even perceive this attack. After this, Quan Chi declares the truce as over, attacking Denji and using Cosmos to attack Gojo with his own move. This attack being pretty much identical to Gojo's domain, meaning Gojo would not be affected, as saying he would is just kinda dumb. Nevertheless, Gojo then clashes quote-unquote domains, overpowering Cosmos, breaking free, marking the end of the International Assassins arc.
Now Gojo's next mission is to stop the Gun Devil, as the US president has signed a contract to summon the Gun Devil's power to kill Makima. Gojo in this position is going to replace Makima in this scenario. Luckily for Gojo, it seems that the Gun Devil has no intelligence or sentience of its own, so it'll be easy for Gojo to damage the Gun Devil. However, the goal for this video is to keep the public and those around Gojo safe while defeating these Chainsaw Man characters. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem Gojo could save everyone, as the Gun Devil will still most likely kill hundreds of thousands of people across the world in only a few minutes. Gojo, as we know, is probably the fastest character in his verse, but I don't think he's fast enough to race around the entire world. And I don't think Gojo can teleport around to save everyone. As for Gojo himself, he can't get hurt by the Gun Devil, since bullets have a travel time. So even if it focuses all of his weaponry onto Gojo, Infinity can just deflect or repel the bullets. All it really takes is for Gojo to land a Reversal Red or a fully charged Hollow Purple to most likely one-shot the Gun Devil.
Makima vs Gojo. During this arc, Makima attacks Power, solidly confirming Makima was behind everything, making her the final villain. Gojo accompanied Kishibe in the anti-Makima force, thus commencing the battle of Gojo vs Makima. Once the Hell Devil is summoned, the Chainsaw Man is ordered by Makima to protect her, killing the Hell Devil in the process. It's here that it's announced that any death upon Makima is turned into a random citizen, due to her contract with the Prime Minister, meaning Makima has 125 million lives in today's population, more or less. It's here that Gojo would battle previous opponents such as Reze, Quan Chi, and the Katana Man Devil. Once all hybrids have surrounded Gojo, this shouldn't be a problem, as he would use blue to attract them and red to repel them, creating a giant explosion, destroying the surrounding buildings, quickly disposing of them similar to Pochita's fashion. Gojo then killing Makima multiple and hundred of times, as Makima summons the Angel Devil, which shoots a beam intended for Kobani. Gojo, being able to identify this thanks to his stick size and his speed reactions, is able to narrowly save Kobani. Killing Makima more and more, she activates the Zombie Devil in order to kill Power. Gojo ignoring the zombies targeting Makima alone. Gojo, knowing he cannot risk a purple or domain because of his surroundings, decides to teleport far away to a secluded graveyard. Using Denji, he baits Makima into the area, telling Denji to get as far away as possible. It's here that Gojo is finally able to use his domain and go all out. Once activated, Makima's brain is flooded, just as she realizes her situation. It's then, as Makima is about to die and respawn, that Gojo uses 200% hollow purple to decimate her, alongside her minions, erasing Makima's existence. This was the best possible ending to this video and battle. There's multiple win cards for both Makima and Gojo, and perhaps in the future we will make a more in-depth video on who we think truly wins this battle.
So in conclusion, if we go based on the Gauntlet's rules, he should stop at the Darkness Devil more likely than not. That battle alone is a 50-50 with the story's perspective we decided to explore. Other than that, Gojo should clear the Gauntlet with the Darkness Devil and Makima having the most win cons, given your interpretation. If you guys enjoyed the battles and scenarios we gave Gojo, with our twist of introducing the entire arc and story instead of just 1v1s, be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know if you want more Gauntlet videos and who to do next.